do anything.
We're being quiet. She's getting set up
we're getting ready to go live on
on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Okay.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Sohmalife Sundays. It is our absolute delight to have you here with us. My name is Rev. Lynn LaBorde, and my dear host is my darling friend, Rob Scarpa. Welcome, Rob.
Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world.
Exactly. Welcome to everyone who's joined us here on Zoom. Welcome to everybody who's joining us out there in Facebook land. And I would like to introduce our guest for this evening, Reverend Norbert Larcher. We're just trying to work out his camera abilities, but Norbert, are you there? Can you say hi?
Norbert?
We'll figure that out.
Yeah, he'll come back on.
This got started because probably about a month ago, Rob said to me, you know, I want to start doing a live event. And I was like, what a great idea. And he goes, will you join me? And I said, I'd love to. So it's a collaboration of, you know, many years of friendship and probably hundreds or thousands of lifetimes of being connected and, you know, just knowing that you're soul family with people. Rob is an incredible channel in that he has messages come through from spirit through automatic writing. And my gift with channeling has been learning to be a full body trance channel. And so you're going to have an opportunity to have an experience of both of us with that. Hey, Norbert's here. Hi, Norbert.
Yes, hello. Hello. Hello, Sister Lynn.
Like a dark angel with a halo over his head. He's got to figure out the lighting. So Rob, one of the things that I love is when you share some of your writings with us. Do you have one or two that you'd like to?
Yeah, I do. Let me just get to the top of the page because it's on the same screen that I have everyone's lovely images.
Okay.
Instead of trying to run with two different screens tonight, I think let me just do it this way.
Right.
All right. So, you know, now that we're doing this on a weekly basis, I figured, you know, I should get in the habit of asking Spirit for a message for the week, you know, or at least something. This, you know, I get a couple each day or every other day. But since we're doing this every Sunday evening, I figured let me get one specific to this. So I asked Osiris, who is my spirit guide. He's the engineer who plugs in all of the different energies that want to speak with me and speak to you. And this is how this one went. I said, Osiris, who would like to provide a message for humanity this day? He said, there is one who steps forward now to provide guidance during this time of shift. It is one of great knowledge, great ability, and great love. The compassion put forth by each and every incarnate upon Gaia is making a difference in paving the way for a new and loving civilization upon Mother Earth, and she is quite pleased. The evolution of humanity has reached its maturation point, and it is now the time of harvest and distribution or sharing of this great love. This experiment is a success. Humanity has crossed the finish line and is ready for reward. It comes in the form of abundance, abundance in all things, abundance in all things good, pure, and of light. I said, what can I share with souls interested in a message from Spirit? Share everything, share nothing, for it is not a requirement of existence. What is required is that you are love, compassion, and strength. Many a soul incarnate upon Gaia is currently integrating and acclimating to the new, expanded, and readily accessible aspects of divinity that had been previously cloaked in the teachings of the mind. As the shift progresses, release of the control mechanisms and teachings are falling away as the greater truths are recognized. Divinity is the answer. Divinity is the release of the old paradigm of lack and thought control by another. To recognize one's own divinity is to unlock the jail cell and provide the answers to the age-old question of, who am I and what is my purpose? As a divine spark of the Creator, your purpose is simply to be love in all its many forms. An important aspect is the ability to stabilize another, to assist in the recognition of self and the mitigation of fear within. It is as simple as listening to the words of another and respecting their position, understanding their plight, and simply shine your light upon them. Nothing is required of you. Nothing is mandatory. All have all that is ever needed to advance into the next paradigm of light and love. And as we enter the age of Aquarius, let us not forget where we have been, but let us remember how we overcame. This moment, this time upon Gaia, is filled with the energies of transmutation, a most important tool at one's disposal with the capability to cleanse and clarify all that has kept humanity stuck in an old belief system of lack and guilt. Unleash the mind and remove the barriers installed by another in an effort to control. This is your time to shine. Each and every human has this opportunity now to break free. Your divinity is real. It is what you are. Release what does not serve you. Bathe in the violet light of transmutation and step into the new paradigm designed and created by you and all who chose to have this experience as a way of leading by example, thus proving to all who may have doubted in the success of the mission here on the earth plane. The time has come, your moment is now, and it only requires trust. So trust in yourself, trust in your guidance, and look within whenever a question arises and ask for guidance. The collective is awaiting your inquiry and delighted to be able to witness the transformation of humanity. Thank you for this opportunity to communicate with you this day, the collective of one. So,
Beautiful.
yeah, it's
Beautiful,
telling us
beautiful.
we've made it. We've crossed the finish line. It's time to be rewarded with the abundance of everything that is good in this world. We just have to focus on that.
Love that. Speaking of good in this world, we had asked Norbert if he would lead us in a meditation. Norbert, are you ready to take us there? Guess not yet.
I guess not.
Okay, we'll figure it out. So a couple beings have come forth so far this evening. Whew. Archangel Michael is here, Mary Magdalene is here, and Hathor is here. And Hathor's moving herself to the front of the line. She has a message that she wants to deliver to all of us. I just spent a couple hours with one of my oldest and dearest girlfriends from my time when I lived in Hawaii in the 90s. She was at my marriage. That's how far back we go. And she initiated me into Reiki, which is a hands-on healing. And it's a Japanese art of healing that, from what I've read, actually came from the Arcturians, that it was Sanat Kimura who brought Reiki to planet Earth. And in my first Reiki transmission, Reiki attunement, there was a girl there's a hand position where the hands are over the throat and you're receiving Reiki. And my body started to convulse. And I realized now that it was actually a Kundalini download that was cleaning out my chakras. And the lights in the house are flickering. My body is shaking and convulsing. And out of the sky at 10 o'clock comes this golden beam of light, and it hits me in the third eye. And I say Hathor's name, and her symbol, which is the sun disk and the horn, hits me in my third eye. I sit up off the table. I ask her a piece of paper and a pencil, and I draw her name and the symbol. It was just this like surreal, crazy experience. I don't know what's happening to me. And ever since then, she's just been with me. And she and I have developed this extraordinary relationship. It's apparent to me that she's been with me from Atlantis through Egypt, beyond, before Atlantis, like off Earth. And she's just become so beloved to me as I'm bringing forth my inner goddess, as I'm surrendering to my own divinity, to my own femininity. She's just holding my hand through this. So I'd like to bring forth the message, whatever the message is that she has for us this evening. Okay. Greetings, beloveds. It is always our delight to be with you.
Thank you.
Share in the energies of love and communication with each and every one of you. We have been part of a council of beings that are here to be of service to humankind as you make these transitions. Many of you are pointed in the direction to make your ascension, and there are others who still need to have their dials pointing towards true north. The greatest purpose that each of you can serve to your beloved brothers and sisters who have co-joined you in this game dynamic, this game's matrix of experience here in this dimension, is to approach them with love, approach them with the purest of hearts, the kindness that exists and runs in, as, and through each one of you. And we would say that for you to find within yourselves the place of seeing their holiness, place of seeing their light, place of being able to see their divinity, comes from a place where you are able to perceive that within yourself. Our beloved brother, Yeshua, was speaking and had said that it is time to step outside of your fearful belief systems. It is time to stretch yourself beyond what you have known yourself to be. It is time to say, what another thinks of me, what another believes of me is not more important than my sense of myself and the beings that matter the most to me. So allow yourself to bring forth all of your gifts, all of your abilities, all of your powers, and indeed share those with others. Do not worry about those who shall call you names. Do not worry about those who shall judge you. You must be true to yourselves, beloved, to thine own self be true. Every time that you step outside of your comfort zone, you fracture and break the boundaries and the box that you have placed yourself in, saying, I cannot say these things, I cannot feel these things. Beloveds, allow yourself to feel all that you feel. Allow yourselves to say all that is upon your heart. There is nothing that will be broken. There is nothing that can be. For the truth of you is the divinity, the light, the purity of you. Every time you allow one of these self-inflicted barriers to be broken, you free yourselves. Allow yourself to step out of that which scares you. Allow yourself to do the very things that you are sure would be your undoing. Allow yourselves to fly. Allow yourselves to say, I apologize. To say, I love you. To say, I behaved badly. Find the forgiveness for yourself. Many times we look to see another and say, this person has done this to me and this person has done that to me. You are mired in a world of seeming victim mentality. Please understand, beloveds, that there are no victims in spirituality. There is only truth. And the single greatest truth that you can tell to yourselves is, I love you, and to mean it. When you can mean, I love you, when you can say to yourself, I forgive you, when you can gaze upon yourself in a mirror and look deeply into your eyes and see your own soul, and you are able to say, you're amazing. You dress spiffy. You are funny, and I like you. When you are able to say all of the things that you would want another to say to you, you will find that you have come home to yourself, and then you can say that to another. So Hannah Grace has recently met a woman, and what she says is, on a video, you smell good, and that made her laugh. Find what is good in others. Find what is good in yourself. Let your focus be upon that for which you are grateful. What do you love about yourself? What are you grateful for? What are you good at? And pat yourselves on the back, beloveds. Raise your vibrational frequencies. Step outside of your comfort zones. This is a time for radical transformation beyond what you had ever conceived was even possible, for you to make the leap, for you to cross the gap chasm that makes that transformation available for you. You are going to have to stretch yourselves beyond the limits of what you thought was humanly possible, because you are not merely humans, beloveds, regardless of what any structures have tried to convince you to believe. To the contrary, you are beings of divine light. You are beings of divine love. You are beings of divine frequency. Allow yourselves to recapture this for yourselves, dear ones. We understand that we are a bit rigorous in our speech, but beloveds, please hear us with your hearts open. You are so dearly loved, so dearly loved. Find the place inside of you where that flame burns so brightly, like the diamond that you are, and allow that to lead you through every thought that you think, every action that you take, everything. It is all being recorded, as you well know. And there will come a moment of atonement. Allow yourself to go in and think in new thought patterns and replace what is there before. And call upon us, beloveds. When you feel that you are not capable of getting there on your own, call upon us, and we shall come to your assistance immediately. We love you. We love you dearly. You are precious to us, and you are needed. Greetings and salutations, beloveds. We shall speak with you again.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm broken out in a sweat.
Thank you. That was beautiful, Lynn. That really was. It's always so nice when you put yourself aside and let someone else come in. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, I love her so much. She and I have had quite a journey in this lifetime and multitude of other lifetimes, but we've really turned a corner with each other, and it's been really magnificent. Norbert, are you there, my darling?
Norbert, can you hear us?
Rob, what I think we may need to do is we'll just schedule Norbert to come back another day.
That's all.
We'll work with him offline and just make sure
on and
the
off,
technology's right.
If he comes back. But
yeah,
an interesting thing that Hathor just said through you was a day of atonement, and that kind of jumped out at me.
What did she say?
She said, we would have to process everything, and there would be a day of atonement. And we've heard that word, and in our lives and all of our teachings, and it's never been one of excitement. I can't wait till Atonement Day, you know.
Well, it's
So
kind
I'm
of
just
like our
wondering.
report card. You know, Yom Kippur started at sunset, and Rosh Hashanah opens up the Book of Life, and Yom Kippur closes the Book of Life.
Okay.
And Yom Kippur is a day where you don't bathe, you don't eat, you don't drink. Tomorrow, you know, through the whole day, you don't want to bring any attention to the body. Um, we've been judged over these past, you know, since Rosh Hashanah started last weekend, these past 8 days, and they've taken a look at who we were in this past year, and the work that we've done, and the amends that we made, and the apologies that we made, and then, you know, they're reviewing everybody, everybody, and then they, you know, they make the final judgment, and it's not like we're being punished for anything. It's literally us based on the choices that we made and who we chose to be and how we treated the people that we loved and who we made amends to and who we apologized to and how we forgave ourselves and how we forgave others. And then the Book of Life basically says, well, so you did these things, but you still got to work on these things. And then we get those lessons again and again and again.
Just to expand, we're being judged by ourselves. This Day of Atonement, this Day of Judgment, is us reviewing our own actions for the past year. Since it really,
there's the Lords of the Records and the masters, teachers, and the loved ones, and there's a whole hierarchy, like the council and the others that come through, and there are the guardians of the records, and they specifically go through and they say, these are all the things that you said that you would do, and this is how you handled this, and this is how you handled this, and this is how you handled this, and they review with us what it is that we, you know, in this next year promise to handle, promise to do differently, promise to treat with love and kindness and compassion, rather than reacting, rather than responding, rather than, you know, being jerks or whatever it is that we're going to be. So it's a review, but it's all held inside of the Akashic records for us. And so we sit down with these, you know, with this, like, it's not like a judge and jury like when you go to court, but it's kind of like that. It's like the cosmic, it's like our teachers, it's the masters, the loved ones, you know, the ones who are teaching us our lessons, the ones who are there guiding us, the ones that whisper to us, I wouldn't say that thing, and then we decide to say that thing anyway.
really, it's just your higher self at so many levels.
It's your higher self. It's your higher self talking to your, you know, down here earth personality.
Like physical.
Your physical, and, you know, agreeing to the things that, you know, they're like, great, you handled that, you don't have to learn that lesson anymore, you know. Or it's there, you know, there are other choices you could have made with that, you know.
Sure.
There's like a, you know, the highest choice you could have made, the middle choice, and then the lowest choice. And like, were you responding from your ego? Were you reacting from your ego? Or were you like responding from your soul? Did you bring your consciousness to that, or were you just like, screw them, you know? So yeah, I mean, it's our higher self, but it's our higher self, you know, dealing with the structure of the hierarchy that helps us in our journeys through our soul's incarnations. Does that answer your question?
Yes, that does. That expands it, because it was almost like you were, in the way you were explaining it, it was almost separate from us. And really, in oneness, there is no separation. It's us. It's higher aspects of us. It's not a separate judge and jury out there going through the records and saying, "Oh, look at all the things you did wrong." And, you know, I don't see it that way. That's not how I am interpreting it. I could be wrong. I guess everybody's going to have their own take on it, you know. And I don't want to push anybody one way or another either.
It's not about pushing anybody. It's about, you know, it's about getting educated and learning. If people really want to know how it works, learn to read the records and go in and talk to them and ask them how it goes. Ask them what it's like. I'm just reporting back on my experience of it.
Sure.
Based on, you know, thousands of hours of work and study, you know. So listen, it's not it's not meant to scare anybody unless they've been, have things that they want to scare themselves with. It's a place of saying, look, if you're going to be the best version of yourself, then there's ways that you're going to interact with others. And, if those are met with love, from there, love gets produced, and if it's met with anything other than love, Jesus says in the Course in Miracles, it's either love or a call for love. And that's really all it is, at the level of God, of supreme being. Yes, we're all one. But as we filter down to this third dimensional reality, it's not quite that way. Norbert is.
I see him.
It says he's there. Norbert, I can see you. He says the meeting room ID is not being recognized. Is there another ID?
You're in, Norbert. Can you hear us? Well, now you just went to picture. He keeps jumping out for some reason.
Yeah.
All right,
We'll have to practice with him
That's
separately.
all.
Do you have another one another one of your writings that you want to read to us?
Yeah, let me look. Give me a sec here. Well, we'll look for one from earlier in the week. Just bear with me one moment. I have to exit the full screen. Still learning to master this. Okay. Today's was pretty cut and dry, I guess, huh? Everybody, no one had any questions about today's message before I jump to the next one?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I didn't have a second one pulled up because I was figuring Norbert was going to be. Oh.
His daughter's trying to help him get back on.
Yes. Okay.
Does anybody that's online, do any of you guys have any questions about channeling, about what we do? Doesn't seem so. All right, let me check on Facebook and see if we've got anybody out there that's got any questions.
There's my screen again. We recovered. I lost everybody for a minute. Okay.
Okay, Mindy has a question. She
Shoot,
says,
Mindy.
once you open yourself up to trance, are you always open? No. One of the things that I was taught, that Rob was taught when we did our training, actually Michelle was taught this, and Mariami is going to be taught it when she does the training, is you must always close what you open. You must always close what you open. You must always close what you open. So if you open yourself up to trance, you just make sure that you close yourself when you come back. Gosh, I don't know. I don't see myself live on Facebook. Can you tell if it went live on Facebook, Rob?
I have to take a look. Hold on. That would be unfortunate if it wasn't. Definitely.
I think we are.
Today I didn't check. I assumed that it was working. I didn't look today.
Well,
On live.
I clicked the thing that said go live.
Okay, well, you want to. I'm not seeing you, but that doesn't mean I'm accurate here. Let's see in the watch.
All right. So you want to read us the next one?
Yes, I'm ready. Okay, we've got one. This is a short one, but I think it makes sense. Okay, I just opened it. So I trust what they opened for me. I didn't.
It says we're live on Facebook.
Okay. So. I said, Osiris, my guide. I said, good morning. He said, good morning to you. I said, is there a message for me this day? And if so, by who? He said, funny you should ask, for there are many who would like to convey words of wisdom. I said, who first? I heard, it is I, your beloved Lakshmi, who is here now at this moment in your time to deliver messages of congratulations. The collective of humanity is moving quite rapidly into the new paradigm and with little discomfort. Don't believe the narratives being sown currently by your media and certain leaders. The word leader could be replaced by controller. Yet as humanity's core vibrational frequency elevates, less and less will the words uttered by those looking to create more chaos work and fall to deaf ears. Humanity has passed the tipping point and is now well on its way to full realization of its true origins. No longer will there be a need to search externally for what has always been inside each and every being coexisting upon Gaia. This is an exciting time within the human experience to finally solve the puzzle. No longer will the question of where did I come from be asked. As the realization of your true origins is revealed, a collective sigh of relief will be heard, and so many will come to accept their true divinity. It is a crowning moment for you and all who have volunteered to assist in this process and transition. The energies of New Earth are here and now available to all. There is nothing but love entering your field at this time, and as each individual soul, I am presence begins the acceptance and integration of the higher truths, greater and greater will the acceptance and the knowing of the power of creation within each and every moment. This is the key to your new reality here upon Gaia. Collective consciousness will return all to the oneness that is the foundation of life. It is a wonderful time to be alive, so make the best of it with your thoughts, expectations, dreams, and actions. Only then will the full realization of all that is available to you and all be experienced. Farewell, my dear. Enjoy your days, enjoy your family and friends, and keep spreading that light. Lakshmi.
Beautiful.
So it's funny. Again, this message is from probably 6 months ago, but it says the same thing about no longer will we question who we are, where did we come from? You know, the first message said, where did we come from and what's our purpose? This message said, where do we, you know, the same thing, you know, and from a different source, I might add. So it's a very consistent pattern. We're expanding out of this old paradigm. We're moving into the age of Aquarius, where there will be more balance, more love is available for all of us to share with each other. And as we share it with each other, it grows, it expands, and it continues. And that's going to take more and more people to the other side of this, to the happiness that we're all entitled to, that we deserve, that we signed up for. We didn't sign up to suffer, that's for sure.
Beautiful. I think that, oh, that's
Rona. That's Rona.
Yes, hi.
Hi. All right.
Hey, hi guys.
All right. Norbert, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, there's Norbert, hold on one second. There's a quick question. If you're called to bring someone else through, could you ask them to elaborate more on the Day of Atonement to bring halfway through? Okay. Norbert, you got to hang up the phone, otherwise we're going to get that feedback.
Okay. Hang up
And
the
the other
phone,
one.
you said?
Hang up
The
the
other
other one.
one.
Hang up the other one. Yeah. So Willem, the being that Rob just brought through was Lakshmi. Rob,
Yes.
will you talk a little bit more about Lakshmi and your relationship with her?
I was introduced to Lakshmi about a year ago by a woman who was teaching me automatic writing. And it was just part of a process that we were going through. And then the next thing you know, I started receiving messages from my beloved Lakshmi. I have yet to go into my Akashic records and find out what my relationship is with Lakshmi. I kind of was like, I didn't want to open another can of worms. There's so many each week that these messages come in. It's always a different group. So then right around my birthday earlier this year in January, Lynn was kind enough to buy me a birthday present, and it was a statue of Lakshmi. And when she took the statue out of the bag, Lakshmi has 4 arms. I was unaware of that, and I was kind of taken back by that. I said, okay, this is really going to a new level now, you know? And so that was my first physical introduction to Lakshmi. And then the next morning I received a message from her, and she said, boy, you were surprised when you found out about my, anatomic structure. And I was like, yes, I was. And so really, so clearly she saw she was amused with it as well as I was. That's how Lakshmi came into my world. And I would say at least once a week, she has a message for me, unless I ask for her specifically. If I dial her up, then she's there always. She's very reliable, like Hathor is to Lynn.
Yeah.
Hope that helps, bro.
Norbert, welcome.
Welcome. Blessings on you and also Brother Robert.
Thank
Hello,
you.
Robert.
It's so good to have you with us. Please thank your daughter.
Yes.
I've always said that when I first discovered what millennials were when I moved home about 4 years ago to New York and met a young man on a train, and he was just extraordinary. My sister's like, oh, I have a few of those at home, meaning my nieces. So,
Yes.
And I always used to say to my youngest niece, please help grandma with her tech needs. So that's great. Anyway, Norbert, I would love to have you introduce yourself. And then if you would be willing to take us through one of your gorgeous meditations, that would be delightful.
Yes, I will. Now, okay. I'll start with a little prayer. Most gracious Spirit, we pray to become attuned to thy love. Humbly giving thanks for all the blessings of life, we ask that the light of Christ thy Son may shed its rays all over the earth and be received into humble hearts everywhere. My brothers and sisters of the light, we're all of the light. Bless your hearts. I am Reverend Norbert, one of the keepers of the flame of fraternity. Despite what we're hearing, the people of the earth are becoming more spiritual. And that this desire for oneness is not too far away. Now, today I have a meditation, as Sister Lynn just said. Meditation for you, however, motorists are exempted for obvious reasons. We will take a journey through the heart. And as you may know, the heart is the seat of love. It is where love resides, love dwells there. And I will ask that you find a suitable spot, close your eyes, and use your powers of visualization or picturing during the exercise. Listen to my voice. I believe that everybody who listens and takes in what's going to happen here will be very happy in the end. Because earlier on I heard about the power that we should claim and accept. Now let us now visualize that journey. We are moving towards the door of the heart. And that door, the color of it is gold. So we are walking into that door. And that door, when we get there, it opens for each of us to enter. And as we enter, the angel moves forward and calls us, come on inside, and places us on this beautiful, this exquisitely beautiful chair, and places simultaneously that cloak of divinity over our shoulders and covers us with that cloak of divinity. For we are divine beings. To your right, and with the right hand, you see the scepter of dominion. Then you're asked to pick it up and hold that scepter of dominion. The angel walks forward once more and places upon your head the crown of mastership. And inside that crown, precious jewels of all kinds. And he asks you to stand, and you hold that scepter in your right hand with your cloak of divinity. And then you claim, oh yes, we claim, I am a God being of tremendous power. I am the purity God desires. You're asked to say it again, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a God being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. We claim it. Do you accept it? And that is the part that so many of us fail to do. Accept it, claim it, and accept it. Because you are a divine being, a powerful divine being of violet fire. You are the purity God desires. Stand where you are. And right now, I want the angel speaks, and you have now accepted. You have now accepted that you are a powerful God being of violet fire. You are the purity God desires. Now visualize at this time a triple flame of violet, gold, and pink, which is the love vibration, intertwined with each other, and pull it up from your feet upwards. Let that healing flow through, the healing of the violet and the gold from Jesus and the pink from Sister Nada and Lady Akasha. Let it enfold you and bring that healing that you need and everything else that you need. Visualize it. Take command, Father, of my mind and my bodies now. Hold your dominion and produce your perfection. Then visualize this flame, the triple flames. Visualize them being projected from you into the world at large, projected to family members, projected, and the angels will amplify these flames and take them to other parts of the world. And think of the violet flame, the highest frequency in the world. The master flame, the flame of the Holy Spirit, to take command, taking command, holding its dominion, and producing its perfection in our world. Visualize it. Visualize that happening. And what's happening now is everything positive. We are to be excited about the happenings now and what is to come. Visualize all of that. Most gracious Spirit, we pray to become attuned to thy love, humbly giving thanks for all the blessings of life. We ask that the light of Christ thy Son may shed its rays all over the earth and be received into humble hearts everywhere. This is the time of the violet in this Aquarian age. And we have to remember also the keeper of the violet flame, Brother Saint Germain, the mighty Saint Germain, who works with Jesus, closely connected with Jesus, in saving this world right now, uplifting the peoples of the world, bringing enlightenment to this world. And of course, we need the flame which accelerates our ascension onto higher and higher planes. In you, Father God, we maintain our complete trust and faith. To you alone, we give our total allegiance. Amen.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
That was so powerful.
I love visualizations.
It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Jesus is here and he has a couple words that he'd like to share with everybody.
Thank
I'm going
you.
to go ahead and bring him through. Greetings, beloveds. Each of you are well on your path, well on your journey. And each of you are coming home. Each of you has chosen to walk your path with different aspects of self, different aspects of challenges and choices. And in this process, you are bringing back and reporting upon different aspects of beingness. You have all volunteered. You have all come willingly. Have no doubt and have no fear, beloveds, that each of you is on a tractor beam back to source. Do not let the circumstances of your life, the choices you have made within your minds and your egoic structures distract you from the truth, which is that all of you come from light, and to light you shall return. Along the way, you do have moments of choice to say, I will take the high road, or I will take the low road, or I will take the shortcut. Each of you has the choice to determine the length of time that you have created for your journey to take. But understand that at the end of your days, you report back. It is all okay. You are all doing beautifully. You are all loved. You are all held. You are seen and you are known. Allow yourselves to remember, beloveds, what your role is in all of this. Allow yourselves to see what has been created that has been a distraction. Allow yourselves to shake off these distractions and bring yourself back. It is like snapping yourself out of a reverie, out of a dream state, and saying, oh, 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 here's the truth. Here's the light. There are many tools, many tools that you have to bring you back. You have energy centers within your body that attune you to different frequencies, and you can change the frequencies on each of these. You can allow yourselves to upgrade. You can allow yourselves to tune yourselves to a higher frequency. The aspect of atonement, beloveds, is a time for you to tell the truth to yourself, of yourself, and for yourself with beings who remember who you are and the promises that were made and the things that you said that you would do. And when you have forgotten who you are, these are the beings that remind you, in this particular circumstance, what there is for me to do is to say, I could have done that differently. I could have been more loving. Every action that you take is an expression of love or a call for love. Allow yourselves to pause long enough, beloveds, to determine if the words you shall speak or the actions that you shall take will bring you closer to a sense of love or take you away from it. If you find that it would take you away, you can make a different choice. You can make a choice to bring yourself to the threshold of love, to the greatest expression of love that you are. We walked the path for you, and we walk the path with you, and we stand beside you and behind you and in front of you so that you are never alone in your journey of remembering. For you are no different than I. You have everything available to you and even more. You have someone who said, I did it, and you can too. So, as we always say, beloveds, call upon us, and you will never feel alone in this journey. For you too are the light, you too are the way, you too are the love. And now is the time for you to awaken and remember the truth of you. Our blessings are for you always. The love that is for you is yours. Blessings and greetings to you always, dear ones.
Lord Jesus, thank you so much. I offer to you my profound love and my profound gratitude eternally.
He says you're one of his emissaries of light. always fulfilled. Love that. Rob, any final words that you would like to say? Norbert, thank you so much for your beautiful meditation, my love.
That was beautiful. I love that Jesus segued into the atonement at the end
Yes.
without having to be asked. So that's why I guess he knew he needed to step in to explain that for all of us, to expand on that. And it's about each one of us just showing ourselves more love. That's what it boils down to.
That's
Like you
right.
said earlier, to look in that mirror and say, look at your own soul and say, I love you. And do that as much
That is
as
true.
you can. As
Yes.
much as you can.
Love is always the key.
Love is all there is.
Love is always the key, the greatest commandment, which takes up all the other commandments when you think about it. If we can only love, we will have done all the others.
Exactly.
The Torah, we talk about the Torah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's all about love. Thank you all so much for being with us. Thank you to everybody here in Zoom with us. Thank you to everybody out there on Facebook. We'll be saving this video. We will be posting, I know, Willem, it did go fast. We'll be posting this on the Sohmalife YouTube channel that's called Sohmalife Sanctuary. I love you all. I was so scared to tell everybody that I channeled Jesus, and then I was terrified to actually channel him in front of anyone. And I've had more positive feedback. He needs all of us right now. He needs our voice. He needs his words to get out to everybody. He's doing an incredible program right now with Tina Spalding, the 40-day, 40-night program. It's free on YouTube. And, you know, I literally thank God for the blessing of my life and being of service with all of you. Rob, I love you dearly. Thank you for being on this journey with me, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Norbert,
It's been a lot of fun.
love you. Thank you for your beautiful, beautiful presence with us. You speak. My mother goes, who's that wonderful preacher? Is he coming back? So she remembers you so dearly. Lloyd, Wendy,
yes.
Michelle, Willem, Mariame, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here, you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
It is
See you
our
next
delight,
week.
and we will be back here. Yeah, we'll be back here next week. We have a very dear friend of ours, David Young, who's going to come and talk about his relationship. He channels George Harrison and John Lennon, and he's an incredible musician and has a profound relationship with Jesus and the heavenly team, as he calls them. So please tune in. Thanks, everybody. Much
These
love.
the messages I read tonight will post, so they'll be available. You can attach these or link them, right? So they'll be available to everybody.
Yep.
All right.
Good night,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone.
Thank you so much for being here.
Beautiful.
Much love. Bye.
Hello, Norbert.